Are you wondering what's going on behind me? I'm wondering too. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Pratty Matty, and this is what's happened in the latest Sea of Thieves Adventure, A Hunter's Crime. This adventure journeys beyond the Vale in the Sea of the Damned, and we take part in an audacious plan to rescue Merrick from the clutches of the Dark Brethren. There's a juicy list of deeds to complete, and thankfully we don't need to travel to different places to collect journals, etc. It all happens in one place, the Sea of the Damned. Ooh, spooky. And don't forget about those sweet, sweet rewards as well. A beautiful memento of Merick for your cabin, and a lush title too. Let's delve into it. Once you've spoken to Larinia outside the tavern, you'll get a note telling you to find the pirate lord who's waiting by your boat.
Head down to the docks. The pirate lord is waiting for you.
He uses his lion-headed version of Majora's Mask to open a portal into the Sea of the Damned. He also tells you to stock up on supplies for what promises to be an arduous journey.
You'll need plenty of supplies to face what lies ahead.
The best thing here to do is to buy some cannonballs for sinking ghost ships, some food, you'll need that, and wooden planks for all the times that you inevitably crash into the rocks. You can get all these supplies from the Captain's Void shop. That should be all that you need. Get sailing and head through the Vale. Have a little catch up with the Pirate Lord in No Man's Sky. Land, and then he'll tell you next to no useful information to prepare you for what's about to happen, although he does mention some lighthouses.
If we can seize control of the Brethren's lighthouses, their shining beams will reveal the true path to reaching Merrick.
Next, you find yourself outside the Damned Sea Dogs Tavern, and no, you don't get to go inside. A few things to note about this place. If you need to respawn, it's instant. No time is spent on the ferry at all. The same thing happens with your ship. If you sink, your ship will appear near the entrance. Secondly, this is an active PvP zone, and you're very likely to meet some very confused pirates who think that they need to fight you to win. Unfortunately for them, it's the opposite, and you need to work together to solve all the puzzles. And while it's possible to do all of this solo, I really wouldn't recommend it. The Damned Sea Dogs Tavern isn't somewhere that you'd want to come on holiday. It isn't a very relaxing environment. Find the perfect escape. Recently deceased. Looking for more ooh in your next vacation. Fancy protecting a fisherman? We have the place for you. The Damned Sea Dogs Tavern. Come and join us for your next getaway and enjoy the relaxing glow of our numerous lighthouses. Relax in the rays of the moon, in the misty sky. Anyway, first up, let's tick those D's off by slapping some cannonballs into the side of 3 ghost ships. These ships are just here for scenery really, they don't really pose much threat at all. Next, get yourself over to the lighthouse and find one of the Braziers. Lift your lantern to collect the Flame of Souls, and then find some of the handy braziers in front of the doorway, which will remove the shroud in front and allow you to access the lighthouse lamp on the top. It's very similar to one of the Pirate's Life Tall Tales. The thing that seems to be catching most people out with this is that you don't need the 3 lighthouses lit at first. You only need to light 2 of the braziers to give you access to the tavern. You'll then need to follow the trail of braziers from the docks up to the top, where you'll find a capstan which will open a door. Hopefully, if there are some decent crew members on other vessels nearby, they'll also help. And if they're really worth their salt, they'll ask you for help if they really need it.
What we're supposed to do?
Then you need to work your way around the spire to help you get to the top where Merick is held. To do this, you'll need to spend your time moving the lighthouse lamps to light braziers, which only appear each time you progress through the level.
We'll never give up.
The more you do it, the more of the bridge will appear. Lighting them will uncover more and more of these bridges until eventually you'll reach a capstan allowing you to lower a drawbridge to access the roof of the Sea Dogs Tavern. This ticks off one of the deeds. If you don't get the chance to join in, you won't get the deed, although it isn't clear if this is shared between crew. Finally, you get the chance to confront the Dark Brethren and help Merrick. Although, like all good adventurers and heroes in video games, you can't get any closer to them because one of the planks is missing from the steps. And this of course gives them the perfect chance to start monologuing.
It's over, Warsmith. Merrick is free, and you have nowhere left to run.
Over? Hardly. Know this, Hunter. There is no escape from the Dark Brethren. Not for you, and not for those you hold dear. For wherever you sail, my blade will be waiting.
Everyone around you gets a chance to listen too, if they haven't killed each other first. It's still unclear what secrets Merrick is hiding in his head, unless the reason you haven't seen him in the water is because he'll spawn some gremlins.
And I won't stop until I spill the beans. And it's not just me. I've got a family to think about. For their sake, I need to disappear.
In the end, Merrick will be taken to safety by the Pirate Lord, leaving you with a few more questions about what will happen next. The only thing remaining to do is deliver a letter to Serik, which you can get from Larina outside one of the taverns.
Speak with Larina when you can, and she'll fill you in on the details.
Serik is located at the North Star Seapost. You can find it here at H10. Once delivered, the adventure will wrap up and you get to hear Merrick's voice talking about his one love for his wife.
A letter, is it? But this is Merrick's handwriting.
Thank the Pirate Lord, his voice comes out of the ether to tell you what he means. I think I've seen better writing from pirates who fly the Reaper's Mark.
Me ship, me legs, me eye. I've lost a lot of things to the sea over the years, but never me heart, because that's always belonged to you.
You don't get much out of Serik, but you do get a lovely portrait of Merrick for your cabin, and I hope Serik gets the same to put on her seapost. A Hunter's Cry is a great puzzle adventure to solve which helps players rescue Merrick but doesn't really advance the storyline too much. A little signposting would have been better, as pirates spent so long fighting off phantoms or each other they didn't get much time to advance the story before the time limit was up. It would be useful to get more of a heads up about what you're about to enter, that it's a possible hostile PvP environment with some rather frustrated and bored pirates. I'd recommend flying the Alliance flag and getting on the microphone to discuss some tactics if you can. Within all of this though, if you've got a good crew or get lucky with those around you, it can be very enjoyable to advance through each section and you get a good sense of achievement and relief when you figure out the Brazier locations. The next adventure is called the Siren's Prize. Now that we've gone to the Sea of the Damned, it seems as though the Sirens of Merfolk want a piece of this action too. Check out some of my previous videos in this series if you want to keep up with the story, and as always, let me know what you think in the comments below. I've been Pratty Matty, thanks for stopping by.